Okay. The 86. A nerve. Right. It's been a couple of days. It's been a couple of races. And I am not in the mood. Like, I am tired. Okay. And I changed my mind a lot before I picked this car. Okay. But then it's always the 86. Right. Aspirated, front rear. Okay. I looked at the car list before the race. And I looked at the weather before the race. I did not, because you're tired. Made no difference other than the fact that I glanced at it and I thought, maybe it's a couple of real cars, right? For the aspiration. For anything, I just thought these might be real drivers, this might be a real race. The console might crash, it might be before an update, I don't know what it is, I just not feeling it. Okay. NSC 86 after a couple of days that I haven't had, so I am tired. Okay. So then you might give out. I don't care, I am tired. So you're just not in the mood, not even remotely. Okay. I know there's a Citroen or a Citroen, okay, and like a couple of real cars, okay. Maybe the Lancer and like the Cayman that we're seeing right now, okay. I didn't see the Genesis or the G70, okay, or the Huracan, okay, or the Megane, okay. But then the Huracan plays a part, right? As far as me getting the overtakes, okay. Now I am doing the race like I do the races, right? Manual desperation, like the noise level, like the inputs, and like not crashing things, and like off the track, and like manual, like the driving now, the left and the right that there's no middle for. Okay, because of what's in front of me and what's behind that I cannot even remotely with the car list or the weather. Okay, because it just goes on and on and on. It's a long track, or it's enough driving time, or it's enough noise, or it's enough intervention or interference, right? I'm driving with whoever it is that I'm driving, and they're at my level of just youth, basically, and driving time, right? But I get into it having these overtakes, right? Now I am fine being this tired, but I'm not fine, okay? So then I'm thinking, is the car gonna give out because whoever is in front of me or behind, right? And it doesn't, okay? Because the track does, okay? And then I'm thinking, is it the track itself or is it the cars because of the Citroen or the Citroen? Or at some point or other, I saw this Huracan, right? Sticking out like a sore thumb and like the Citroen or Citroen, okay? And I thought, maybe? It has to be the track, right? Because then I saw the weather and I thought, this is weird. Well, I'm seeing the lightning and the humidity or the water and the temperature, and I'm thinking this is weird. Okay. Now the car gives out in a couple of spots where it usually gives out because of the driving line, because of the aspiration, because of the overtakes, and because of the who's in front and who's behind, and how tired we all are. Then which cars you're driving. In which case, this Huracan comes into play, and the Citroen, or and the Sirocco, that all of a sudden, right, front. Okay. Now I didn't get into an accident, but I did have to handle the car after it got out of control. Oh, so it makes sense, like the way that it's been making sense. Okay, like the way that I drive it from the naturally aspirated front rear wheelbase, power to weight distribution, and the weight, and then the car for the track for, I mean the driver for the car for the track for the race that day, and then the car list. Okay, where everything is just parallel and then not too far apart. Okay, but it just made sense, like in a long-winded way. Like after a long time of me driving my ass off and then overtake after an overtake and then handing them over, eventually there was a incident or an accident or a spill or something worth noting, and then it was a track every time. Or now, that's the first thing you have to say after saying, I betcha it's because of his Citroen, right, and this Sirocco, and then this like Huracan. Right. Which you're not thinking, and you're thinking it's fine because of the car list, and it's like, no. The Citroen is insane aspiration. Okay. So is the Sirocco because of the front, and then the handling, the steering response, and then that thing is pretty much turbocharged. Okay. So is the Huracan, but then the Huracan is just so much power to weight distribution and weight for all intents and purposes when you just don't have, the steering response that is just, this thing is just weighing the track down, right? With the aspiration that it has, because it's just a lot of aerodynamics. Okay, so then I'm cutting through, or I'm passing and then overtaking, but then I'm doing so like aggressively, like just like strongly or whatever. I'm imagining like a lot. It was a lot of work, and then with the spills or the incidents that I have, and then getting seventh place, they would just have to hand over the positions, and they didn't, not even remotely. I'm just still pissed that this Sirocco and then Citroen, right? God damn it, then. So then that's podium. Podium would be podium. What is right now? There's G70, the Cayman, and the Megane, which aren't even cars, right? So then I'm not in podium again, okay, because of this Citroen and then the Sirocco, right? And then the Lancer I have no problem with. Okay, so then you have like your podium first place thing. No, because then I overtook all of those dudes after spill after spill after spill, because then I drove way worse than them. Okay, because then I'm front wheel naturally aspirated, and we had to deal with these two podiums. So then you have like a fake like first place, right? Because then now I have an injury from driving like this, like the headache and stuff. Like you wouldn't fucking believe I'm going to fucking pay for this. Okay.